Welcome back. You're tuned into Mid Morning Talk with me, your host Miriam Mia. And now we are in our final half an hour on Mid Morning Talk. I've been really, really inspired to be in your company this morning and focusing on the state of our education. Now we're moving on to something equally affecting, I think, everyone globally. It has impacted us in terms of our concern, in terms of if you are traveling, how it affected you while you were traveling, or if you had family or loved ones that are living in the Middle East, in that region, it's impacting there. And if you are an expat staying there, we are talking about the current war in the Middle East. Uh, America in Israel's attack on Iran and the subsequent retaliation all over the Middle East, including the UAE, Qatar, Bahrain, Saudi. Yes, ongoing tensions in the month of Ramadan. Yes, and affecting besides what is happening globally on a global scale in the geopolitical politics of the situation, it has affected citizens who are global travelers, families, and with the airspace being blocked, it has created a travel catastrophe in the making, a travel nightmare. And to help us to make sense of it and to understand what is happening in the world of travel and flights and rerouting and delays and having to have longer layovers and looking for alternate accommodation because of what is happening in the war in the Middle East. We are welcoming, I have with me on the line from Travel Excellence, very experienced travel agency agent Rukshana Abdul. Assalamu alaikum, Rukshana.
Walaikum salam, Mariam.
How are you keeping, Rukshana?
Doing well?
You must be really busy. I'm sure
Yeah,
you're burning the midnight candle.
yes, we are. Sleepless nights.
Sleepless nights. So, Rukshana, tell me, um, the alarm bells in terms of your clients calling you to be rerouted, or now what we must do, what is the alternate? When did that start for consultants like yourself?
Lima, when did they start? On?
Yeah, we started getting calls from Friday actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have Halima as well. Halima is the director of travel excellence as well. So I have Rukshana Abdul and Halima joining us. So from Friday already, you had clients calling you with concerns to say, look, we think the airports are going to be closing soon, or the airspace is closed, hence the flights have been cancelled.
Yes.
Yeah, we had notifications from airlines. So airlines were quite prompt to let us know that their flights are going to be cancelled and we need to modify our systems.
So, Rukshana, currently, as we speak, which airlines are still have flights been cancelled, and which? Let's go to that question first. So, who's still not flying?
Qatar is not flying. Emirates, Etihad, they're not flying.
The three. So they and tell me, what's happening with clients that are already at the airport there? Are they told to go and book alternate accommodation until further notice? So what are happening with those? Because the airports, so are those airlines not flying, or those airports are closed in those areas?
So basically, they've closed airspace in Qatar and UAE, so flights are not flying from Doha or Abu Dhabi or Dubai. But Qatar is allowing passengers to fly on other airlines. So if they are stranded anywhere else, for example, in Saudi or in Europe, they are allowing you to book them on another airline. But it must be within the same day. So like within 48 hours, you can book on another airline. Emirates is also doing the same thing. So we are rerouting our passengers on Ethiopian Airways. And if they're coming from Europe, we are using airlines like Lufthansa and not British Airways, sorry, KLM and Air France, and bringing them home. But people who are in Dubai and in Abu Dhabi and in Qatar, they unfortunately are stranded. But the UAE government is actually being quite cooperative, and they are allowing them free accommodation. So most of the passengers who are stranded are allowed to stay in hotels free of charge until such a time when they can fly out of UAE or Qatar, or flights can go into those countries and resume as normal.
Okay, so no-go area currently as we speak is UAE and Qatar. In
Yes,
terms of flights going and flights leaving out from that area. Am I correct in my
yes,
understanding?
yes,
So
yes.
tell me what happens if I'm due to fly later this evening and I was booked to go to Doha. Will I, what are we doing? Will I get a refund on my flight, or what is happening in that regard?
Yes, so all the airlines are offering full refunds. So if you choose not to go, you can get a full refund. They are also allowing free changes up until 20 days. So if you want to postpone your flight, you can postpone it free of charge. And they are allowing, so that's for outbound when you're leaving from
Mm-hmm.
Joburg. And obviously, if you want to, if you're stuck out of, so if you are stuck there, for example, if you are stuck in UAE and you need to come home, then they are allowing you free accommodation, and also, um, well, there's no way to get you back from UAE or Qatar. But the government of South Africa is working on maybe chartering a flight now. So DIRCO is actually working on getting the stranded South Africans back from these countries.
Okay, so now the big question, lots and lots of understandably people have booked for the upcoming Umrah trip within today, next day, tomorrow, even after Eid, in taking opportunity of school holidays in Shawwal. What now? Is the Saudi airspace open? Is Jeddah open? Is Medina open? And then obviously you mentioned earlier, Egypt Air and Ethiopian Air are the flights that are flying in there. So is Saudi airspace in Medina and Jeddah open currently?
Yes, Saudi is opened. You can fly to Saudi. You can also fly back from Saudi, but obviously not on the three airlines that we mentioned: Etihad, Qatar, and Emirates. So if you have a flight that is going to Saudi, if if you want to change to Ethiopian Airways, Emirates is allowing that. Even Qatar is allowing that. But obviously, you have to get seats on those airlines. So if you do get seats, they are allowing you to change free of charge. But considering the scenario, maybe it would be best just to postpone, which they are allowing you to even postpone. So if you have booked for the holidays, maybe it's best just to wait and see, because every we are receiving updates every hour, and they say that it's extended till tomorrow, meaning the airspace closure has been extended till tomorrow, and they are updating us. So it could open, in the next couple of days. So we're just waiting to see what happens.
So Halima, if I'm traveling next week, should I hold on first, or should I cancel my ticket or postpone my travel? What is your advice?
I think maybe just better to hold on, because the airlines are giving leniency in the event that you want to postpone. They are allowing you right until the date of travel to postpone or to cancel. So I would just say wait, because airspace can open up. It can open up tomorrow. It can open up in 2 days, but it can open up. So maybe it would be best just to hold on. And obviously, if you then decided that you don't want to travel at all, then you can refund it. But if you're very keen on traveling, I would say just hold on and wait to see until the day that you're about to fly, or the day before rather. And then if it's still closed, you rather than refund.
Okay, the other question, let's focus on Masjid Aqsa now, because remember, there are numerous South Africans who are planning to visit Masjid Aqsa to also observe itikaf in Masjid Aqsa. Currently, I will be connecting with Sister Abir now, but we know currently there is a lockdown in Jerusalem. Lockdown meaning besides the masjid is closed, you're not even allowed to walk in the streets of the old city, and that's just only for essentials like food. What is the situation in Jordan, the Jordanian airspace there? Flights, even if you're doing with Ethiopian, is the Jordanian airspace open? As well as if you've got a Ethiopian flight into Tel Aviv, is the Tel Aviv airspace open?
No, Jordanian airspace is also completely closed.
So,
On Ethiopian Airlines is not flying into Amman, Tel Aviv, or Kuwait or Bahrain.
okay, so those for Umrah, there is still a hope because the airspace is open. But for those that have booked for Aqsa currently, that want to go, they seriously need to rethink their travel plans. Is that what you are telling us, Rukshana?
Exactly. They can't even get to Amman to even say, okay, we'll try Amman and cross the border that way. Those that booked into Tel Aviv, because everything into that direction is completely closed. There's no alternate.
And Halima, is Ethiopian airline offering refunds for the flights that were either booked into Tel Aviv or Amman?
We're still waiting for formal notification from them, but they should. Yeah. Normally, Ethiopian is quite flexible. They do allow it.
Yes.
Okay, so I think hopeful Umrah, but let's see, because look, Jerusalem in going to Masjid Aqsa is always volatile, even outside of what is happening now currently with the war. It's, anytime things can change on the border, but now it's you advising. Look, I spoke to earlier, we are trying to connect with Brother Ayub Darabai, who's there currently. He is not able to join us on AI. I was hoping to get him because they have now decided that they are actually moving out and moving away from Jerusalem. They're trying to make their way out, cross the border back into Amman, or see which other way they can basically leave Jerusalem currently. So things are really, really uncertain there and extremely volatile at the moment. So I think from your side, advice would be for travel in Masjid Aqsa, rethink your plans or maybe delay it for at least a month.
Correct. And then the other update we had was people were trying to get to the border of Egypt and maybe come into Egypt to fly back home.
This is from Jerusalem.
Jerusalem, correct.
Okay. So in Amman, probably, and tell me, Amman is completely closed even for regional. So like from Amman, you can't get a flight into Jeddah, right? The Jeddah Amman is also closed.
Yeah. Completely closed.
Okay, no, just that we want clarity, because I said we all concerned about the geopolitical situation. We make dua that, Allah make it that, we have peace and this doesn't escalate further as well. But it has impacted families, it has impacted individuals, and also those that are flying outbound. It has impacted everybody, and that's why I said it was important to get travel agents like yourself online, just to offer travel advice and to just inform us and tell us what are the airlines telling you at this moment. So currently, just a summary: UAE, Qatar, Amman, as well as Tel Aviv airspace closed, right? Am I correct?
Completely.
Completely. Secondly, you said airlines are being flexible. You can change, or you have 20 days to change your date of your flight currently. And for those that are stuck in UAE or Qatar, accommodation has been provided, right? That is correct, right?
Yeah, UAE sent out a notification to all the hotels advising that they should keep the passengers on, and their cultural department would settle the bill.
Okay. So if you have family there, financially, they won't be stranded because they will be taken care of in terms of accommodation and food, right? And then for all those who have the yearning, who have the have said their labbaik and ask Allah to accept their labbaik, for those intending to travel by next week, your advice is to hold on to your ticket, because Saudi has not yet closed the airspace. There is, but that will also depend on the amount of seats available via Egypt in Ethiopian, or hold on your ticket, because if airspace does open, you will have the opportunity to travel. So for Umrah, if you're going this week, probably reconsider, but for next week, your advice is to just hold on and make dua.
Correct.
Jazakallah for this very, very important advice, and for coming on air on such short notice, both to Rukshana and Halima, Director of
so much.
Travel Excellence, and Rukshana, Senior Travel Consultant at Travel Excellence. Jazakallah for coming and giving us that. And if there are any new information or anything, you will update us, and I will then update our listeners.
Yes, please. Jazakallah so much.
Jazakallah to both of you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum salam.
That was information regarding travel. So there are contingency plans. Right now, it's a time of uncertainty. And when it's a time of uncertainty, our best weapon is dua. So we continue making dua for the safe return of all those who need to come back home. Dua that Allah open the way. If you have the yearning to visit Masjid Aqsa, spend the last 10 days, or even just go there in support of our brethren in Palestine. Allah also, dua is our weapon. Allah is in control of this. Inshallah, it could still happen. We never lose hope in the mercy of Allah. Allah is the doer of all things, and Allah says kun fayakun, and it happens, be and it will be. And also, if you intend traveling, just hold on and make dua. And all the people, all our family members, expats who are living in those areas here, we make dua for you. Allah keep you under His mercy and protection. And we're going to go for a short break. Thereafter, we're going to find out what is it like currently in Masjid Aqsa, in the Jerusalem and surrounding precincts with Dr. Abir Zayad. All this after the break.